In this video, we visit 46 Mott, which is Chinatown's local neighborhood tofu shop. They also sell soy milk and other Chinese classic pastries and desserts. You can try something new that you've never had before. I recommend that you check it out. There we visit Patrick Mott, the manager of 46 Mott, and Dallas Short, a longtime resident of Chinatown. We are in a difficult time. With the global pandemic, a lot of xenophobia, there's changes every single day. All of these things have negatively impacted communities all over the world, all over the United States. On a positive note, it's encouraging to see some people coming together. It's putting in perspective what's really important. Some people are changing their mindset. Instead of always thinking, what can I get from this? Maybe reframing it to, what can I give or how can I help? So despite all the chaos, we are seeing glimmers of hope, people coming together to support good causes. We have been fortunate enough to share this story with you of some real people that live and help their community. And there are other people out there that deserve some recognition and other organizations. So a big shout out to everyone taking action as well. A little backstory, when the pandemic hit, 46 Mott has been providing fresh, hot meals to the elderly and homeless around Chinatown, as well as frontline healthcare workers for over a month now. Fortunately, with the help from several charitable organizations such as Send Chinatown Love, they are able to provide more meals to people. Patrick and Dallas, every evening, I repeat, every evening, 7 days a week, as well as several other volunteers, will wrap up the meal and deliver to the Chinatown community. Since they live in the community and they're out there every single night, they're developing a relationship with the people that they are helping. This is not just a free handout, it's more thoughtful because it's going to the people that really need it. A lot of these people are not necessarily quote unquote homeless. They just don't have the money to put food on the table. They work in restaurants or a casino, or they have a small shop, and due to the decreased traffic or due to their business shutting down, they're not able to provide ends meet. In this video, we talk to Patrick and Dallas and understand what's driving them. Just to be clear, Patrick and Dallas are not doing this to promote themselves for the recognition or the fame. They are really doing this to help the community. I'm glad that we have the opportunity to show you a glimpse of what's really happening. So I hope this video makes you think about how you can help, how you can be part of that change that you want to see.
We're on 46 Mott Street with Patrick and Dallas over here.
So Dallas, how'd you get started doing this and wanting to help out Chinatown and getting involved with 46 Mott?
Well, I mean, I live in the neighborhood, so I feel like anytime you live in any neighborhood, you should do your best to get as better as it can be. We've all been going through rough times, whether you have a restaurant, whether you have like an office job. Past couple months have been like kind of hell for everyone, so it's good to help out like when you can and give back because you never know when you're going to need that help.
You also do the Chinatown Block Watch. Tell us a little bit about that.
We do Chinatown Block Watch every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Carlin Chang started that a couple months ago. First, we like make sure like everyone's safe because there was like anti-Asian or like racist attacks. So we started from there. We would pass out signs around the neighborhood like these wear your face mask signs. Everyone's being safe. Like more of a presence right now. Checking in.
What are we going to help you do today?
Chef Tony made the meals, so we're going to box up some dinners, distribute it to our homeless neighbors and some of those in need. We'll walk around a couple different parks and make sure people have hot dinners.
And you guys are doing this every single evening?
I help out, but they do it every single evening.
Wow, that's amazing.
We've been doing it once now, so we kind of know like where to go. There's seeing people almost every night. We know where they're at. For the most part, we like 2 or 3 different areas we go. There's enough people there in need that we go through. I have about 60 meals a night.
And this is through the donations from
Send
Chinatown
yeah.
Love. $3 goes to one meal?
Yeah, usually it's rice and some type of protein and vegetables. They used to do lunches. Then when more and more restaurants are opening up, they like slow down with the lunches because you want to make sure like the local businesses are being supported. No one's going to go to like restaurants or like stores and like buy food if they're getting free food here. Right. So they moved it, instead of giving out free lunches to everyone, they moved it to more community outreach.
So this was a few weeks ago. We went into a bakery by 2 bridges and they were saying how there was a church across the street that gave out free meals every day. It was not only to homeless and elderly people who couldn't afford meals, but it was to anyone. Yeah. So like even me, you, or Michael can walk in and get a free meal. Psychologically, why would we want to spend money when everyone's like in debt already?
人人都可以攞，我哋唔係話對啲老人好，對老人好係應該嘅，係咪先？你可以去攞。
Patrick and 46 Mott well aware of that. I mean, we're all in the community together. It makes no sense to like take away from businesses trying to reopen.
And keep in mind, these people, you know, they don't have that platform.
Yeah.
They don't have the connection to get their message out to social media or mainstream media. They're not going to show this. This is real talk on the streets.
I think that's another thing where like a lot more places can like benefit by working with places like Send Chinatown Love because they're doing websites, so like they're doing stuff to bring in like the traffic more and like get the story out.
A lot of us get into the comfort zone of kind of watching things happen on TV as opposed to coming out here and supporting our community. I'm guilty of it myself, and it finally hits you.
Everyone has something different that makes it click. So as long as you eventually finally makes it click, then better late than never.
You guys did the hard part, cooking.
The cooking.
Chef Tony.
Chef Tony. Shout out to Chef Tony.
Tony.
Yeah, all the meals are like hot and fresh every single night. A lot of times when you give out meals, people are grateful because they're getting a hot meal instead of just like a bagged cold sandwich. So sometimes they're like, oh no, I don't want it. I'm like, oh, it's a hot dinner. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll take it.
Older people, they feel very happy having something that they're used to.
Yeah, and when some places they were like donating meals to Chinatown weren't taking into consideration who lives here in the population. So some of the food they were sending down wasn't like what people wanted to eat.
Jeremy, pick up the pace. They're not going to hire you.
I'm just volunteer. There's no hiring here.
It's quality over quantity. I know all of you guys are just sitting at home watching TV all day. Give me excuses.
At least you're watching this video though.
Tying it up, individually wrapped is just hospitality.
Actually-
Right now, things are changing every day, so
Yeah.
it's hard to plan long term.
Yeah, that was the thing. 46 Mott, they were doing meals for hospital workers, and even the ones at night, because even when restaurants Kelly started opening back up, they weren't coming back up at night. So like Patrick and 46 Mott were making the third shift, late night shifts. So a lot of like time deliveries might be eaten by the time like the night shift comes.
Did you start helping out at 46 Mott? Did you know them before, or you
No,
again?
got involved. I was doing Chinatown block watch. That starts at 2 o'clock, but they were doing free meals here for lunches. So I would see the lines for lunch, and I was asked one day, I was like, hey, can I help out?
That's all it takes, right? You just have to step inside the store, tell them you want to help out.
What led you to just automatically volunteer? Was it a process or was it a no-brainer?
I think for me it was a no-brainer. It's like I'm not gonna sit home all day and be like upset, like I don't have a job. Like it does suck, but it was healthy. And there's other people who have it a lot worse. You're able to give back. Like why not give back? Too many people I think rely on someone else to do it, and I step up a little bit more.
Easier to pass on information now. We'll consume so much, but you got to take action.
What's up, guys? So it's gonna be 3 locations now.
Like I said before, it was 2 locations. But like things to like send Chinatown love. We can do.
So send Chinatown Love, they're donating for the food?
They started a gift the meal program with
Gift
us.
and-
Yeah.
But you guys are making the food here.
Yes, they just pretty much helped us make more meals. Now we can feed a lot more people.
2 locations. We're gonna do 1 location, it's the opposite direction, 15 meals, and you come back and get the rest.
Very modest guy, but he's working really
Yeah,
hard
you
now.
know, you're doing amazing things, and you should get a lot
To
more.
be honest, this is less about me. It's more about
Helping.
We gotta actually work together and bring this community down.
You know, Jeremy and myself, we're walking around, we're going to all these different businesses, but we're not the ones actually doing it like you in Dallas every day. So these are the people that are really, what do you like about working in a food establishment?
It's the people. It's actually more of the different personalities you meet every day, different characters that you get to meet. It's the different experiences that they get. I run a simple tofu shop, to be very honest. My transaction with you is only 30 seconds to a minute at most, averagely. And if I can make a good impression, those 30 seconds, I think I did a good job. You know, everyone's different.
That's really meaningful. I think a lot of people can learn from what he just said right there.
You want to tell us about her? Did she help get the donation started, jump started for like 46 Mott? She's like always out in the neighborhood. She always cares. Passing out like PPEs. She's amazing, and the community is better with her in it.
Yuh-line Lu.
She's running for re-election.
Out of respect for the people that we delivered the food to, we have not filmed any content of actually delivering it to those people.
I would always see many acts of kindness online, on TV, but actually doing it on, I guess, the front lines is a totally different story. You know, seeing it with your own eyes and just seeing how these people live on a daily basis puts everything into perspective. It also touched me on a very emotional level because knowing that some of those people out there can be my grandparents, just knowing that they could be in that same situation and they're not being taken care of, really trying to provide everybody with quality of life to the best of your ability. I wish more people can do the same. You know, Patrick and Dallas, they're doing this every night. It's just a simple act of kindness. Putting in an hour of your day can make a big difference. I encourage everybody to take an hour out of their lives, come to 46 Mott Bakery and help us out. You'll be surprised how much you can do. Thank you.
Volunteering with Patrick and Dallas touched my heart. It put in perspective how lucky I am that my friends and family are all safe and healthy, that I have food on the table each and every evening. Also, I realized that things aren't always how they seem. The people who we delivered the food to are not necessarily bad people. They're normal working class people, but just due to the current situation, they're not able to provide food for themselves. It was really nice to deliver them a positive feeling. They say, be the change that you want to see. Chinatown, this community needs our help. They've been hit hard at the start of the pandemic, and they're still struggling with xenophobia and getting people to come down. It needs our support. It does not need a new proposed jail. Why? Because it's a thriving community. People live and work there. Put the jail in another place where people don't live. What you saw in this video were just 2 individuals that are making a change, but there are others out there. Having said that, the overall message is not just a Chinatown thing. The message is to help your community. So what can you do to help your community? You can help a friend. You can help your family member. neighbor. You can talk to your neighbor. Small, simple acts of kindness compounded over time can really make those big changes. But we gotta start somewhere. So why not go out of your way and try to help someone? You'll feel better and it'll come back to you positively. That's what I believe. Thank you.